All right, I believe we are live after a very brief hiatus, back to live streaming. Just bear with me one sec while I get my chat up and running. And today we are finished with Warlords 3 and moving on to the next tournament, Rage Forest 5. I am incredibly excited. I hope you are too. If you're watching this after the fact, as always, feel free to skip forward. We are in the round of 1, which I believe is a play all 3 round between the 16 teams. And so why don't we just get started? Lee, hello, hello. So let's get the ball rolling and see who we're watching in this round 1. We've got Team Freakin' Andy taking on Team Modri. And headlining Team Andy is none other than Freakin' Andy in this game, playing as the Vietnamese in orange. In his pocket, Freakin' Chris as the Teutons in purple and yellow. Acro 17 as the Tatars. And in a very adorable little ball-shaped nook, the last member on their team, Fire, playing as the Turks in red. Opposite of him, Modri, captain of his team, playing as the Italians in blue and green. In his pocket, Zastosi as the Slavs in teal. Dan playing as the Franks. And last but not least, on the flank, we've got Andre 94 playing as the Mayans. So let's take a look. We've got the Mayans taking on the Vietnamese. I mean, the fastest foot archer in the game taking on the second fastest foot archer in the game. Cheaper archers versus archers with more HP. Please and thank you. Show us many, many archers. Turks taking on the Italians. Okay. So a gunpowder civilization against a civilization that has a unit that pretty much loves sniping gunpowder units, the Condottiero. Oh, damn, my chat froze. I unfroze it, and here we go. Simon, hello, hello. Bubs Grubs, nice to see you. I find these on AOE Insights. Richard, today we are going bonkers with Rage Forest. It's a play all 3 round 1 of Rage Forest 5 tournament. Several rules. You cannot sling your teammates until Imperial Age, but you can lame as much as you'd like. Radu, nice to see you. Rebecca, hello. Eamon, yeah, let's take a look at this interesting map because we've got a few attack paths to the north. One avenue here, an alleyway going east-west, then a bit of a fork in the road full of many, many delicious, delicious boars. Aaron, hello, hello. John Yang, nice to see you. Glad to catch you. Every time we catch each other, you're in LAX. Not a bad place to be. Oh, Radu, I appreciate that. And congratulations on getting paid. Never a bad thing. To the south, we also have a very interesting, this might be very problematic. We'll see who decides to cut, if anybody. One avenue of attack between red and blue, and then another single attack path here. Looks like one of Fire's villagers has been left behind enemy lines. Let's see. We've got our first Borpal here as Acro, villager with loom, so shouldn't be any issues, especially with the scout running interference here. Oh, we've got Bugs Bunny, you wascally wabbit. Nice to see you. And your mom. Yeah, let's rage. Not exactly a Friday night stream, but this is a tournament game, so when they play them, I intend on casting the games as they play them. So a good boar pull for you. Only 2 boars pulled here. And as usual, my round the clock check here to see whether or not anyone has inserted any villagers behind enemy lines. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. What the hell happened there? I apologize. Freaking Andy. Let's go. 5 boars. Will he go for number 6? Oh, my goodness. Oh, he does not go for number 6. 5 is enough. Let's follow along. Remember, as long as you are within line of sight of any Gaia units, the boars will continue chasing. And I believe that applies to the ibex, the first boar, etc. So as long as this villager doesn't stay too far away here. Aaron, I'm doing fantastically. Yourself? Chris, hello, hello. I hope you caught the Hera Viper series. There was some very fun Berber play in that. Oh, no, after all of that. Okay, he does pull it. I mean, this is a lot of decay here. 6 freaking boars. That is a lot of meat, but that's a lot of decay. Basically, these villagers are going to be hacking and hewing away at these boars. Basically until our Vietnamese player hits Castle Age. Oh no, fire stuck here. Oh, Radu, you know the cheat codes to control the eagles in the sky. Let's see what's going on up here. We've got a snow leopard, a relic, and some extra stone. Okay, fishing starting to go up for a bunch of our players to the south. Not too much happened. We saw the 3 boars get taken here by Acro. We saw the villager trapped. Okay. I mean, if you're just going to leave this villager trapped, might as well delete the villager. What's your population space for red? Okay, not at any kind of risk of getting population blocked at this time. Dan, our Frank, is walling himself away from his very own teammates. As is Blue here with a wall in this north-south corridor. It's interesting that Team Modri has 2 avenues to reinforce their teammates. There's an alleyway and movement possibility for trade to the back, and then military to the front, which is pretty damn cool. Looks like Andy's team basically just has 1 road to travel. Amen, good reference. Oh, I wish I remembered that from Lord of the Rings. Immediately followed by a massive orc goblin fight. How's everyone doing tonight, by the way? So the round number 1 of this Rage Forest 5 tournament is a play all 3. So tonight we're going to get to watch 3 games between these 2 teams. Yellow pinging over here. Perhaps telling purple, hey, I already got my 3 boars. How's about you get yourself some meat? Oh yeah, a few new people joined the Discord actually. Here we go. It is our Mayan who is aggressing. He's got a barracks. 2 players on each team are up to feudal. Dan, our Frank, I'm assuming, is going to go for a fast castle play. Fast-ish castle. He just needs a little bit more food, a little bit more gold. And with fishing ships and 3 villagers on gold, I don't really see that as an issue. As our Turk, did you rescue the villager from up here? It looks like he did rescue that villager. Or maybe this is a different villager, but we've got our first spy in the game as Fire begins the lake shenanigans. But maybe if he sees 2 docks, he'll be a little bit more hesitant. No, never mind. Of course. What the hell am I talking about? He is going for a fire galley now that he's in feudal. Okay, everyone's in feudal. First to castle will be our Teuton with those cheaper farms off the back of 25 villagers. Next will be who? Yellow or green? Our Slav. Let's take a look at our Slav's settlement here. He's got 26 villagers and fishing ships. Actually, no fishing ships at all. I apologize. Our Mayan, though, says, you know what, Andy? You're going to try to pull some boars? You're going to try to pull some bullshit? I'm going to try to pull some stuff on you, too. And now he is tower pushing. If I'm not mistaken, nothing particularly special about the Mayan tower. Semi, you call me whatever the hell you want. My name is Isaac. You can call me Isaac. Cast. Emma, nice to see you. Yeah, I appreciate you joining us live. Not every day you see a villager die to these slow-moving infantry units. Radu, I find when I have sleep issues, I stay up as long as I need to get to the normal sleep schedule. and then I just pass out. Oh no. What a big shock. The 1 versus 2 dock play here by Fire is not really succeeding, but let's keep an eye on that area. We'll see the demo rafts. Or at this point, just singular demo raft. Bubs grabbed. Everyone is okay. Thankfully. Dum 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 dum. Fishing ships go bye bye. Okay. So Fire says, I know you're gonna kill my dock. I'm not. This isn't my first Rage Force game. And so what I might as well do is destroy your fishing fleet. Like I said, you guys can call me whatever the hell you want. To the north, Heel is sending units to the area where our mine has already placed. Actually, no, our mine has placed many a wall. Remember, the Mayans do pay 50% off for their walls. Buy one, get one free. As the push continues, not too used to such early game shenanigans, but in a tournament setting, I can't say that I've ever casted Rage Forest in a tournament setting, except for very recently when we had the Captain's Show match. But now we're into the thick of it. I don't think they're going to be playing every day, if I'm not mistaken, but whenever they play, I do intend to cast. By the way, ooh, bit of an overreaction here by Modri. 5 fire ships. He's now got more fire ships than he's got fishing ships, even though he's training 4 in total. And let's see our Teuton. Is anyone adding any military whatsoever? 10 army count to 11, 186 villagers to 170. So far, a lot of similarities. Andy trying to maneuver his way between tower fire without ballistics, without any kind of upgrades on this tower. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's not going to get anything. Or will it? Maybe the Ibex is now in jeopardy. Amen. That would be funny. You'd stand that unit on top of a hill, and you just throw fireballs at people. Hey, what is it? Haruken? Who's hosting this tourney? Williams. There's a link in the description to the Liquipedia page. Oh Jesus, 8 energy drinks definitely does sound like a lot. Okay, so our Frank rather is here with some support, and that support comes in the form of Frankish cavalry and mangonels. What is our Vietnamese doing to defend this? He's getting a mangonel of his own, hasn't released it just yet. So far, this Frankish army, in order to pump out quantity, he's skipped on the resources, it looks like. Mangonels going after one another. Spearmen get the knight to the north, or the light cab. And now they're going after the mangonel. This one to the south might want to fire up here. Those are 2 really weak spearmen, by the way. Army of archers slaughtered. Mangonel slaughtered by a knight with 4 HP. Oh my god, the villager is attacking the knight. He's so weak. You might want to turn around with this spearman. I don't know if this knight really wants to chase into this. Yeah, he turns around and gets the hell out of here. And now our mine is helping to repair. Okay, to the south. Literally the exact opposite of what's going on to the north as the players wall themselves in. So far, though, not too much that our mine is doing to take control away in the center here. Our Teuton has walled himself away from his teammate, but of course can always just delete that. Oh, not the greatest attack rounds out of these Frankish mangonels. 3, 1 knight, 2 scouts. So our Frank not really building any more army at the moment. That was a fantastic, oh my goodness. I think I mentioned in the channel before that in Toronto, I don't know if they exist anymore because I haven't eaten in like 15 years. We used to have a 3-for-1 pizza place That was like a 3-for-1 hit there, although not even for one because the Mangonel is still alive and it got another Scorpion. I mean, give this Mangonel a prize. Whatever country you're from must have some kind of highest military prize. Medal award. Give it to this frickin' Mangonel at the moment. He tries to clip the scout. Oh no, well, the scout needs one more whack. Oh, he does get the monk, but a little bit too cocky going after that second monk. You do not have the HP for that. Almost GG. I hope not. We're 25 minutes into the game. I like that our mine, by the way. Oh no, Hero Mangonel has died. I like that our mine has taken this little nook with the gold and the stone. Our Hero Mangonel does ultimately die, but he is avenged by 2 Feudal Age Spearmen. And let's see what's going on as 4 players are heading up to Imperial. 3 of them on Team Andy, who is pinging down here. Wants our Teuton to start pushing out. What does our Teuton have? He's 40 seconds away from Imperial. Will be the first player in the game to hit it. But he's got no army. He's got 3 pikemen, a scout, a monk, and a Mangonel. So Andy's Mangonels are going to start working away at the towers at the moment while our Frank continues to try sniping monks. But spearmen have other plans to the south. Okay, not much. Something tells me, despite all the action here to the north, the south is going to be the real theater of war. Andy, finally free of the Frankish military presence, does have the time to take a relic, and here we go. Teuton Pike, they come with extra melee armor, which is going to help them 0 against the fastest moving archer unit in the game. You know what might help though? A monk. Is he gonna get the convert up here? No, he doesn't. The monk dies. And now another monk dies. Andy is losing expensive units, but our Teuton's here. He's got a bunch of villagers and 1,200 stone. I think our Mayan sees this immediately. Of course he does, but he's gonna have to get the hell out of here. But he's going villager sniping. This is incredible. Our Mayan overstays his welcome. Remember, the plumed archer really has 2 kind of big selling points. It's not really their attack, which is not that great. It's not really their range, which is not that great. It's their speed and their tankiness, their HP. Both of them very much above average for a foot archer. I love that Red, by the way, is keeping an eye on this to the south. You do not want the Italian to show up with 100 Genoese crossbows. Druzhina for our Slav. How many infantry units does he have? 16 halberdiers, about to come with trample damage. Although, I mean, infantry against the Tatars and a Turk with artillery, that's going to give his bomber cannons 14 range. We're going elite Keshik. Okay, so if we're going elite Keshik as the Tatars, then all of a sudden pikemen with trample damage don't seem so bad. Yeah, rather this one house here. Ali from Portugal. Welcome, welcome. Etienne is also here. Nice. Tonight we're watching some Rage Forest from the Rage Forest 5 tournament. And here we go. I mean, look at this. When your walls are 50% cheaper, man, oh man, can you put up a lot of them? And this is exactly what the Mayan settlement needs to look like, as another Mangonel dies, but the killer Mangonel is killed itself by a Teutonic castle, and things are heating up to the south. Our Turk is pressing in, but here we go. Take a look. Condottiero. Attack bonus, plus 10 gunpowder, and then armor infantry plus 10 is against hand cannoneer units. So this is absolutely an amazing unit to fight the Turks. Now, to fight Keshiks, maybe not so much. Edmonton Oilers or Florida? Ooh. Aaron, the real answer is when either Toronto or Montreal are not in it, I don't really care, but we'll support Edmonton. We'll be patriots. Oh, Amin, hello from, is that flag Egypt? Hey, Brandon. Hey, Daniel. Here we go. Remember, by the way, that the Slavs, their infantry has trample damage, and the team bonus of the Italians is that everyone can train condottieri. So now you've got condottieri with trample damage, and you've got the Ninja Turtle crossbows that are going to absolutely destroy everything on a horse. I don't know why he's even bothering to retreat right now. He can turn around and snipe these units very easily. Aaron, thank you so much. I appreciate the comment. Oh, I mean, that's the Iraqi flag. Okay, apologies. That's awesome. Glad that you corrected me. Yeah, Transylvania is Romania. I mean, the name of the game here is engage into the Modri's side's army while the bombard cannons just shell away at the castles, because if you're just going to keep throwing away a few Keshiks here, they're definitely worth it to get the castle down. And now we've got Frankish condottieri. Everyone's building condottieri all of a sudden. Everyone's training them. Condottieri are really a badass unit. There was a game I casted where they took on Goths, and another one where they took on Sergeants. It's not a terrible unit, especially with that feature of extra attack and extra armor against gunpowder. Just makes it very tanky. We've got a couple of Teutonic Knights. What the hell are they doing in this game? Okay, I guess they're taking on the condottieri. I mean, the condottieri are great, but they are gonna just get absolutely wrecked by the Teutonic Knights. West side is the best side. I don't know. To the southeast side, it seems to be pushing through. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm glad you could join us live. And I know you're a big Hera fan. Did you enjoy... Oh, that's so gross. Did you enjoy the Warlords finals? Oh, no. Did I miss the Teutonic Knights? Oh, they're still here. Where are they? I want to see Teutonic Knights take on condottieri. If you're not familiar with the Teutonic Knights, look at the stats at the bottom left of your screen. This guy's not even elite, and he's already tankier than almost every other infantry unit in the game. Oh, more Genoese crossbows are dying. I mean, this is just an army designed to be killed by condottieri. You've got hand cannoneers, onagers, and bombard cannons. Genoese crossbows, as cool as they are, the one shitty thing about them is their range. Oh, I won't spoil it. Okay, I thought you saw it already. I appreciate that, Ali. I'm glad people enjoy the cast. I've said this before, and I'm always surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised at this point. I'm just glad you guys enjoy. Oh my god, look at this push. This is such a dangerous push for both sides. The condottieri have to avoid the siege onagers. The Keshiks have to avoid the condottieri. By the way, the main selling point of the Keshik is that it generates gold when it attacks. So if it's not attacking, it's not really generating gold. Blue's not moving. Blue's not moving. Loses more Slavic infantry taking on Teutonic infantry. By the way, does our Teuton have ironclad? No, he does not. No melee armor just yet. And now, by the way, all those walls that the Mayan put up are gonna hurt him because he's not gonna be able to advance. We can always delete them, of course, but... Ooh, one more volley needed. One more volley. There it goes. Let's take a look at the trade and see who's trading here. Andy's team, 67 gold. Ugh. Why do you win? What the hell is 67 gold? Radu, have a fantastic sleep. I hope your sleep patterns do a little bit better than these frickin' Genoese crossbows, which just keep getting pancaked over and over again. Brandon, a couple of good puns today. And now they're just going to absolutely slaughter these Keshiks. They are elite. They are fully upgraded. I appreciate that, Ali. I'm trying. I'm trying to make sure that the information I have is right. Sometimes I don't get it right. Sometimes I say the wrong things, but I'm glad. Lemmy, hello. Yeah, they are. They can be confusing, but luckily, the battles have. What's the word I'm looking for? Congealed almost in like 2 locations. Concentrated probably is a better, less disgusting word than congealed. Oh no, oh no! Turkish trade carts, Teutonic trade carts. What are you carrying? Okay, you're carrying 136 gold, so a little bit better than 67 we saw before. And the Keshiks are just being fodder right now. Why not just go Hussars if you're not going to really use these Keshiks? It looks like we've got 2 stalemates to the north. Team Andy's gonna have to press through a lot of walls, although with onagers, bombard cannons, and trebs probably won't take very long. To the south, Modri's team is pushing in, but oh my god, the Ninja Turtle army is just getting pancaked and zoned out. So much death and destruction already. Etienne, I've heard about that. I don't know any details, so if anyone in the chat does know, I'm very much looking forward to another tournament. Gives me an excuse to live stream, which I've actually grown quite fond of. Those 7 days where I live streamed Warlords, pretty much with one exception, I think like every day, it was very fun for me. You don't get much better than the Frankish Paladin, although it is missing the last armor upgrade, so not quite at 100%. Keshiks are chasing Genoese crossbows. Hero trade carts with balls the size of I don't know what are here in the middle. To the north, our Teuton has pressed in. What's the trade looking like for this team? 76. What is with these low trade counts? And oh my goodness, it looks like we've got Huelche Javeliners for the Mayans, shooting double the fiery spears. Remember, only the first one does full damage, although when you're firing against the Rattans, you're going to need to fire a lot because they come with Huskar level armor. Look at that fully upgraded elite Rattan archer, 10 pierce armor. What's my favorite civ? I can't say I have a favorite civ. I really like the Mameluke. So Saracens is definitely going to be in the top 3. Teutons are in the top 3 just because I love the Teutonic Knight. And then I'm also partial to the Cumans. I'm all partial to the Tatars. Partial to the Italians with the Genoese crossbows slaughtering everything. Partial to the Turks with 100 HP Sipahi Cav archers. It's so hard to pick one civilization. It's like you know, you have 45 kids. You went to a sperm bank. You've got 45 children, and then they ask you who's your favorite. Teutonic Knights taking on Eagles. Oh, that's gonna be so gross for the Eagles. Did the Teutonic Knight even? He didn't barely took any damage. He's got 92 HP left. And now they're moving to the north, but still just a slow-moving infantry unit. To the south, the battle. Oh my goodness, this is so much mounted units here. Zanzibar Z. That is a very good point. It does seem like that. Yeah, that cape is everything for the Teutonic Knight. By the way, what's happening here? There's a single eagle in the trade route, but he's going after a market, so it's going to take a while for him to get anything done. I love their cloak. I always said if there's ever like an Age of Empires fashion awards, the Teutonic Knight is going to win the best Riz with that. I mean, purple looks especially pretty on this, but it is a very, very cool cloak. Oh, mamma mia. We've got our Italian bombard towers. Remember, all of their gunpowder units are cheaper, but they're taking on Turkish bombard towers with 13 range to their 11. I mean, the Keshik count is ridiculous at this point. 40 Keshiks in the forward position. Do we have Timorid Siegecraft? Yes, we do. 19 ranged Trebs. The meatball towers. Can you imagine somebody creates a mod where Italian bombard towers, instead of firing balls, they fire meatballs? That would be very racist and very hilarious. Teutons in blue. I can't say I mind the purple at all. Here, look at him. Look at him, the badass with that cloak. Just moving so slowly. He knows that there's nothing here that can kill him. Skirmishers are not going to kill him. Even a Frankish paladin is going to have a hard time attacking into a Teutonic Knight. By the way, does he have ironclad? No. Chris, you need to get ironclad. You need to get some melee armor for your frickin'... That was not a pun, by the way, me saying frickin' to frickin' Chris. And here we go. Somebody cut through the forest. Not too sure who. But it is our Turk who tries to take advantage of it as the Keshiks turn around. They went a little bit too far. And so now our Turk can no longer go through. I mean, might as well just attack it if he wants to. The Keshiks are going after the Navy. But this is fine. This is just giving Modri more room for land army. Jimmy as an Italian. The idea. Okay, good. Rattan archers are super badass. I mean... Interesting. So the push to the north did more damage than the push to the south. Oh yeah, no, the push to the south is still in the same neutral location. They managed to push in a little bit, but then, my goodness, they're dealing with not one, but two ridiculously ranged units. On the one hand, you've got your frickin' Tatar Trebs with 19 range, Timorid Siegecraft siege engineers, and then you've got artillery bombard towers with 13 range. I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do? 13 range is ludicrous. Even a bombard cannon with siege engineers will die to a 13 range tower. And then you've got your cav archers, 55 kills. How many Keshiks at the end of the day? 24. They only have 2 kills. Okay, so most of them are fresh recruits. And the Rattans? 68 kills. Teutonic Knights, 2 kills. Oh, look at this mid animation. They are about to take down this freaking Frankish light cavalry unit, you best believe. All right, so let's take a look at the stats. That was a decent game. The usual, one side is stalemated and one side pushes, and then whoever pushes wins. We got Rattans for freaking Andy. And holy moly, halberdiers for a Slav. I mean, at the end of the day, should he have done halberdiers or should he have tried to go maybe boyars? I get why you go halberdiers. They're powerful against all kinds of cavalry, which you're facing here. They're also coming with trample damage. But this is Rage Force. You got to bring your A game, and going trash immediately doesn't really seem to work. Unless you're perhaps the Mayan here with your Huelche Javeliners who have 18 kills, which for 21 skirmishers is not bad at all. You've been in queue. That 19 range is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see if anyone slung anybody in the Imperial Age. Oh, yeah. So the biggest donor was Andy, our Vietnamese, and our biggest recipient was our Turk, who took 12,000 resources, and most trade went to our Tatar. What do we think the kill count? Can't be that high of a kill count in a 50-minute game. Okay, our Turk, 548 kills with those cav archers and bombard cannons, who came in second. I think 382 is the second. Okay, Italian and Turk. Interesting. So it's the battle to the south, the back and forth. that really ultimately got him the most kills for both. 43 kills for 7 bombard towers is a ridiculous statistic. Good luck, Daniel. But I'm surprised our Italian threw a lot of Genoese crossbows here. All right, so Team Andy taking game number 1. Actually, let's see one more thing. I want to see the raises. Who got the most? Our Vietnamese with that siege push to the north. Our Slav 21 buildings destroyed. So they're the 2 highest. Everyone else didn't really do too much. Okay. All right. I'm going to go load game number 2. We'll be back in a sec. Oh, I mean, I don't actually play right now. But I will. The goal is to start playing this year. So we'll find out what rank I am. I hope above 900 at some point. Although my fingers are pretty old, and we'll see. All right. Game number 2. So now Team Andy looks like they are controlling the north of the map. If we zoom out, they're going to control the north. Modri's going to control the south. And let's take a look at the civs. This map is a lot simpler here on the east. Andy with the free llama is the Lithuanian. So somebody on this team is an Inca. Is an Incan that gave everybody free llamas. Chris as the Celts. Acro as the Persians, which means red has to be the Incas. Yeah, there you go. Fire as the Incas. So the Incas are facing off against the Burgundians. All right, that'll be an interesting thing to see. Zastosi is playing as the Ethiopians. Dan as the Saracens, and last but not least, Modri this time as the Poles. So this time the team captains are actually opposite one another, and we've got the game's most spammable heavy cavalry unit taking on the game's most powerful heavy cavalry unit. Let's see lots and lots of big melee battles here. As for now, Andy. I mean, why is Andy fighting this? Modri did the best thing he could have done for Andy. Modri could have easily tried to wall the north of this corridor, but instead he walled the south. So why is Andy even fighting this? Is he just forcing idle time? Yeah, I think he's just wasting time. He's forcing idle time. So one avenue of attack to the east. The west is a little bit more of a mess. We've got a north-south corridor full of boar. Delicious, delicious boar meat. And then we've got whatever the hell this is between our Inca and our Burgundian. Hexit, nice to see you. Simon, do I have... by the way, Simon, I meant to ask you, when I lived in Norway, what's the name of the churches made out of wood? For some reason, I think Stav. S-T-A-V. But as a Norwegian, I'm assuming you're going to know this. It's bought, and I forgot to Google it afterwards. Oh, Brandon, definitely. I've been lazy with Discord. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take full accountability, full responsibility. I've been absolutely lazy with Discord, and I need to get on that, and especially the community games, because we have a lot of people who want to do a community games. Jimmy, I don't really have a favorite pro player. I have pro players that I like with civilizations. Like, I don't know if you've heard me fanboy over Mr. Yo controlling the Mayans, for example. I absolutely love watching Mr. Yo play the Mayans. But I don't really have like a favorite player. Eamon, you're hoping for a reign of scimitars? Oh, me too. As I told you, I think the Mameluke, if like gun to my head, if I had to choose one unit I love, it's that Mameluke. Stave, yes. Stave churches. Why was I thinking stab? Stave. I think we were watching the Hera Viper series, and there was the game on Sacred Springs, I think the map was, where each of those 4 shorefish areas came with like a pagoda that had a wooden roof. So I think that's what made me think of that. Okay, so after a little bit of battling, it looks like it is our Burgundian who's going to be walling this off, but Our Inca didn't go too far. He's still here. He's going to be annoying as possible. Not too sure he's going to really get accomplished much here with 4 villagers, but 2 of them are really weak. And now our Celt is here with his scout, but his scout's really weak too. Oh, what an absolute waste of time for those 2 scouts to die. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's absolutely, I'm expecting once the actual, so this is round 1. Once we enter into more and more semifinals, quarterfinals, all that kind of stuff, I'm expecting there to be big villager fights. As the stakes get higher, I'm expecting a lot of villager fights. Is anyone pulling any boars? Is anyone doing anything at all? It looks like Dan is trying to our Saracen, but now he's walled himself off from the direwolf. Yeah, Eamon, thank you so much for reminding me of that name. Like I said, I was going to Google it after last stream, but then I completely forgot. And then Simon, who I think is from Norway, showed up. And now I remember. Lemmy, it is my question to you is, what kind of cavalry spam? Are we going to get to see Schlachter Cavaliers, or do you think we're going to get to see Lakitic Legacy Light Cav, Winged Hussars? That's always the big question mark with the polls. More and more villagers are attacking each other. Everyone's got loom. Everyone has their swords out. Someone's trying to take these boars. It looks like it is Fire who's trying to take the boars. But our Burgundian, oh yeah, he's gonna deny this. And now that villager's gonna get screwed royally. Oh no. Oh no, her HP is terrible. Oh, she built a house, she stunned and confused the boar, but now she's fighting another villager. Derek, hello. Hopefully both. Derek, we're all waiting with bated breath for the Derek Cup to begin. Modri is getting pressed into here. I hope we get to see some kind of cavalry spam out of him. For now, he is very much on defense mode, and he has 0 villagers on stone right now. So at the moment, this is the only tower we're going to see out of him. Modri's walled off the full work. Always love to click on that, see that aura. Cavalier would be fun, but yeah, trample damage winged hussars are also fun. Super, like, a lot weaker, but yeah, we got a boar pull. How many villagers? 9 in here, a few outside. Oh, I really don't like it when the players pull boars outside of the town center. If you're not familiar with how a town center works, it's 4x4 tiles. The top 2 tiles you can't really walk on or do anything in. And the other, what would it be, 12 tiles are basically open space. You can ignore these tarps and these buckets of whatever the hell this is, apples, I guess, tomatoes. You can ignore all that. This is basically one big open space here. The only problem is you can't do anything here. The only difference is it's not really an open space because you can drop off food. So even if your villager is here and you hit that new drop off command, he doesn't have to walk anywhere, the villager. Which always means try to get the boar underneath your town center, basically. Yep. Now, any kind of cavalry spam against the Lithuanians is fun to watch because, like I said, strongest heavy cavalry unit in the game. And they have spearman units that move 10% faster than normal, so we'll see. In any event, the last few games we've seen polls, they've gone foot archers. of all things, they've gone foot archers. Juandissimo, you know it. You know it. Derek Cup is tentatively Sunday. Nice. I'm glad I could facilitate. Is it going to be a 1v1 or a 2v2 with that the Derek that spells his name differently than you guys? That dares to use an I in his name as opposed to 2 E's. Lithuanians pushing in. Our Celt, in the meantime, roiding up his economy. 2 extra town centers. He is the only one on his team to be in Castle Age. It looks like fire. Oh no, fire. Fire is a disaster right now. He is in the Dark Age. And his teammate, the Persian, has brought 2 villagers forward. The good news for Dark is that the distance between him and the Persian is not the farthest. And so reinforcements is not bad. And also some good news, your opponent, he's walling himself in. The Inca wants to be pressed into. He does not want to press out. Yeah, Juandissimo, we have high expectations here for Dan. We have high expectations. When you have Saracen combined with Pole, the ability to spam cavalry killing units is just ridiculous. By the way, I forgot to do my usual check, and the players punished me because our Inca is in the rear of the Burgundian base. Now, he's in the rear of the Burgundian base with a Dark Age militia. Guy Mackenzie, howdy, howdy indeed. Ray Shrimp, what happened to fire? Shenanigans, I guess. There's a villager in here. I don't know why she's just hanging out. But this is the second time I think we've seen fire just hang out with a villager. HP on these guys is absolutely atrocious. He's walled himself in. 34 villagers is technically, now it's 35. Technically not the lowest on his team, and technically the 3rd highest in the game, actually. So our red Inca is... he's got the 3rd highest villager count, but he's in Dark Age. Hi, Mackenzie. Am I supposed to yell? Mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, Figaro, magnifico. Yeah, we had some shitty weather here in Toronto as well. Not thunder and lightning, but yeah, Drush and Rage Forest. Hey, man, Rage Forest, you see a lot of shit. You see a lot of weird stuff. You want to see Team Modri giving all their relics to blue? You mean you want to see Team frickin' Chris give all their relics to orange, right? Lemmy? Yeah, he definitely does seem to be memeing a lot with the attempted dock lame last game and so forth. But our Persian is here to mangonels. Oh, I forgot the Galileo part. Shit. Anthony, hello. And now everyone is singing Bohemian Rhapsody, which is completely inappropriate because no one's Bohemians in this game. Oh, it's okay, Lemmy. Believe me. I make absolutely about I think I said this a few days ago during one of the live streams. When I edit my videos and I listen to myself and I insert like picture in picture and I do all this stuff to get the video ready to upload onto YouTube, man, oh man, do I catch myself making a lot of mistakes, a lot of stupid comments. Derek, I don't think they're random. I think the players did choose them. There is a blurb in it on the Wikipedia link about choosing. I think there was a draft. By the way, he must have seen these barracks. Yeah, okay. Oh, and look at that. Fire. Not too far behind going up to Castle Age. Speaking of Castle Age, has our Lithuanian put up a monastery? And if so, where are the nearest relics to our Lithuanian? He's got one here in the center. Oh, that's so sour. But it looks like our Persian is starting to mine this area out. You love all the stupid, all the stupid comments. Well, there. I can guarantee you one thing, Rebecca. There's not going to be a shortage of those. I appreciate that, Lemmy. You know why picture in picture started? Because yours truly, as you guys know, loves to fixate on the most nonsensical things, like a lion chasing a spearman when there is literally mangonels and trebuchets and Mamelukes and paladins, I focus on hey, what kind of tree is this dead tree? And so I didn't want to punish the audience with my ADD. And so I decided to make picture-in-picture. You love the references, the random. I appreciate that. When I first started the channel, not everybody was very fond of the randomness. But what can I do? What's the Shakespeare quote? To thine own self be true. Speaking of thine own self, let's see some Mamelukes out of our Saracen, who's bringing forth a kind of, but not really, defensive castle. Dark Age unit meets Castle Age unit, but you're not Roman, you don't have one minimum range, and so the Dark Age, after losing 3 of its units, is gonna die, and now the Eagles are gonna add insult to injury. Do they have an attack bonus against siege? Why do I feel like they do? Yeah, +3. Are the boars worth it in the late game? Absolutely they are. This is what is it, like 2,000 food worth of, almost, yeah, 2,000 food. You build yourself a mill or a town center even with all this stone and gold, and you got yourself a nice barbecue, nice backyard barbecue. And here we go, fixation number 1. The direwolf attacks. By the way, why is green not helping blue is what I want to know. Why did our Saracen send his Mamelukes this way? You're facing off against the Lithuanians. Their units literally ignore armor. And you have the cavalry killing, one of the best cavalry killing machines in the entire game. And you're sending it up here to fight the Incas, who don't have cavalry. And the Persians. Okay, against the Persians, fine. Against the Persians, that's fine. Here we go. Nam. I love this unit. So we're approaching the 30-minute mark when players hit Imperial and the shit really starts hitting the fan. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention is that on the right side of the map, we've actually got the 2 civilizations, the only 2 civilizations in the game that have winged hussars, the Lithuanians and the Poles. So a little bit of symmetry here, although nothing particularly special against the Lithuanian winged hussar. And here we go. I saw the first relic getting dropped off. Ooh, by the way, Modri, get rid of this relic. Take it immediately. Does he even have a... He doesn't have a monastery. Yo, you need to deny this relic in case the Lithuanian pushes into you. Eagle, turn around. You've got an attack bonus against monks. And by the way, train all the eagles you want. We have created a bird cage here on the left side of the Burgundian base. And first to Imperial are the Saracen and the Lithuanian. Modri, emergency pole castle. Will we see Schlachter? For now, we don't see anything. He's heading up to Imperial. Gonna eat Pumbaa's family. Sean, by the way, nice to see you. Oh man, my tomfoolery and my shenanigan side tangent. I don't think anyone has ever used the word tomfoolery on me before. I like it. Nah means yes. Awesome. Well, yes, yes, yes. Let's see a lot more of these guys. I really hope his teammates are going to give him the relics so that we do get to see a capped out Lithuanian heavy cavalry unit. I don't care if it's a paladin or a Lechai, or a Letis rather. For now, it's not going to really be both of them. He's got 1 stable and 0 castles. So the players are all just booming right now. And here we go. This is exactly why the Mamelukes showed up here on the left side and not the right side. Because, I mean, to be fair, Ethiopians and Burgundians do have some powerful anti-Persian units. I mean, the Ethiopians with royal heirs and their camels could probably destroy a Savar, no? I would imagine so. In any event, 39 seconds from Cavalier and Heavy Camel Rider. They saw the Mameluke immediately researching camels. That's the one, aside from its absolute shitty range of 3 tiles. Down he goes. Camels are basically the weak spot of this unit. You are not going to kill it with knights. But camels, they do not have any attack bonus against other camels except for other Mamelukes, and even that's not the greatest attack bonus. Lithuanians going hand cannoneers. Okay, that's why he's making no attempt to take a relic. First castle is going up. Modri's already got 2. What's being researched here? Torsion engines for our Ethiopian. How much siege do you have? No bombards yet, and 3 basic mangonels. I really hope we get to see a ton of Mamelukes, but like I said, camels, especially Persian camels that come with all available upgrades, will be a bit problematic. I mean, not when they're outnumbered 13-1, but... And now Arbalests are here as well from our Ethiopian. Fastest firing foot archers. Does he have thumb ring? Not yet. Oh man, our Persian is just pumping out clumps and clumps of camels. Our Mameluke, our Saracen, as much as I love to see Mamelukes, might want to transition into camels himself. His camels will beat the Persian camels. They have 25% more HP. Sean, that was a few patches ago. They rejigged the Royal Heirs upgrade. Now it makes Shotel warriors and camel units take 3 less damage from all mounted units. Doesn't matter if you're a paladin, doesn't matter if you're a camel or even a cavalry archer. They're Mamelukes. Oh my goodness. Their Shotels and their camels take less damage from all mounted units. And now that 4-second training time applies automatically to the elite Shotel warrior, so you don't need to research anything to get the faster training time. What is purple doing here? Clearing up some space? Mameluke Arbalester combo seems to be pretty deadly here to the west, to the east. Oh my god, we wanted to see Lechai, we wanted to see pole cavaliers or even winged hussars. Instead, we're seeing hand cannoneers, a few spearmen, and worst of all, the obuch. I shouldn't say worst of all, I love the unit, but I did not want to see this unit right now. We're getting Fur Celtica for our Celt. We are getting Paladins for our Burgundian. As good as they are, remember, they don't have bloodlines. So Team Modri is really trying to 3v2 here on the left side, but it's a 3v3 now that the Celtas showed up. Fur Celtica is going to help with the blast radius, but not if you take a direct attack like that. And by the way, fire is dead. Our Inca has survived. He's got 54 villagers. They are all here to the north, and this is now effectively a 4 versus 3. Ouch. Noah Brandyberry, nice to catch you live as well. Thanks for joining. Oh yeah, synchronized Mameluke attacks. Are you kidding me? Combining them, 2 of my favorite things about this game. Shwetang, nice to see you. Lemmy likes the hammer dudes, where I don't know how many we're gonna get to see with this castle down. It looks like we've got 1 surviving Nadjak carrying. I mean, look at the size of that hammer. That thing's ridiculous. I don't think any human being in the world could carry it if it was realistically that big in real life. Emergency castle going up. Now our Saracen is pivoting to the right. Should have been here a little earlier. Ethiopian gunpowder, Saracen Mamelukes, Burgundian paladins. But Persian and Celt defense is no laughing matter. Oboe should pretty much be used against any unit that has heavy armor, and the whole point of it should be to, yeah, tickle away at that armor. Noah, I think they were played today or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I apologize, Brandon. There is a bit of lag I see on my YouTube system. Hopefully it clears up in the next minute or so. Hey, Martin. Looks like freaking Andy is really hammering this right side of the map. The pole is not really engaging. Modri doesn't really have that big of an army. And there's the Savar upgrade. Let's see the Savar. Although even, like I said, against the Mameluke, you're not going to last very long. Celtic Halberdiers, Mamelukes are just being shredded to pieces here. They should not be taking on these Halbs. What are you? You are Lachitic Legacy from the Pole. Okay, so Pole is not training heavy cavalry. The noise is cutting out as well. No, Martin, you're not the only one with lag. I think it's the, I'm getting a message from YouTube. Oh, damn. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay. Like I said, hopefully that clears up in a second or so. I'm always a little bit surprised, I mean, where the Saracens don't insert monks into their attack, because like you're saying, Bamaristan is such a ridiculous upgrade. 5 tile radius, 75 HP healed per minute, 80 Mamelukes, 50 Halberdiers. It looks like the Mameluke army just way too much. I'm absolutely surprised that Modri was able to hold on so long here. Yeah, now I'm getting a message that everything's back to... But, wow. At the end of the day, though, where even are these Mamelukes? Why were they all the way here? Where the hell are they going? It really did look like things were about to heat up here, because our Persian got Savars. Not that he can really use Savars very well. And Modri was on the defensive, but it looks like our Saracen... By the way, did he get counterweights, our Saracen? Where are his 4 mangonels? Yeah, he got counterweights. So there's a 15% extra attack added. And that is all she wrote. A bit of a shorter game here. So I don't know if a play all 3 is really like a best of 3 where you can say, you know, this team takes that. But in any event, game number 2, let's take a look at the stats. We saw the Mamelukes. Who was slinging who? Okay, not the biggest sling our Saracen gave. Our Pole received. And the most kills. Saracen? No, Ethiopian with 119. So not the longest game. Aw, look at Fire's kills. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for our Inca. He only got 7 kills. Oh my goodness. Didn't Fire co-cast with Memb the finals of the Warlords tournament? To go from that high to this low of 7 kills is just that is quite the journey. Did he even manage to rebuild his economy? No, he actually has less villagers now, rather fewer villagers now. All right, let's move on to game number 3. Bear with me as I load it. Yeah, the Incas seem to kind of underperform a lot in Rage Forest. Which is weird, because on paper, they're such a good counter civilization. All right, let's take a look at where we're working with. Okay, freaking Andy looks like he has control of the northwestern portion of the map, whereas Modri's got the southeast portion of the map. So let's take a look at the civs. In blue, Modri as the Britons. Okay, a fan favorite. Dan as the Huns. No houses for you. Zastosi as the Aztecs in the other pocket. And last but not least, our Korean siege and Aztec monk might be perhaps one of the hardest combinations to deal with. I don't know what can close in on that. Fire this time as the Byzantines. Let's hope he has a bit of a better luck in this game. Acros 17 in his pocket as the Goths. So the infantry and the Goth and the infantry killing together. Sicilians for Chris and Andy. Portuguese, okay. Portuguese meta has all recently included a lot of archer play. We'll see what he decides to do against the Britons. Let's take a look at the map because this is disgusting. What the hell is this? What is this? Alleys and alleys and alleys. This is so gross. Not a boar in sight. Madlam, Black Forest is still a thing. You can play on Black Forest. Rage Forest is a version of Black Forest that has an equal distribution of lakes. So both teams will have, in this particular game, 2 lakes apiece, whereas with Black Forest, it's a lot more random. And on this version of Rage Forest, which is Rage Forest 5, there's a lot more open space, I believe. But this is just disgusting here on the right. So we're going to get to see some real messy battles here on the right. Whereas to the west, okay, 6 tiles, attack avenue. And we have a center forest that kind of looks like a mixture of Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien. We have Conan O'Brien's hair. We have Jay Leno's chin. We have somebody's nose here. What do you guys see on this Rorschach? I think I told you guys that I'm going to start introducing Age of Empires Rorschach tests into my community posts. By the way, Modri, this looks like a good wall-off idea, but it exposes your south to an attack, and Teal is heading up. 2 villagers, no loom. It does look like Johnny Bravo. Oh, thank you very much. I hope we get to see cataphracts. I hope we get to see longbows. Basically any unique unit of all the civilizations. A 12 way into... It looks like Brazil? To me, it looks more like Spain with Portugal carved out. A bodkin. It does kind of look like a bodkinero. A lobster. Ah, nice to see you. Yeah, I think Johnny Bravo takes it. Boar's being pulled here by our Byzantine as he struggles to stop the laming of this boar. Oh my god, shenanigans on Rage Forest. He dies, but you know what? You can still get the meat from him. At least, that's some good news. And let's see what's going on here. So Modri, 1 wall off, 2 wall off, 3 wall off, 4 wall off. Teal wants nothing to do with this. Says, you know what, take the relic. I don't want to deal with these 2 bears. So I'm just going to wall this off as he now pulls. This is a long road to his town center. Let's see how well he does without a scout. Daniel, did you win? Come on, come on. He's going to get 1 attack the boar. Okay, he should be fine, right? I mean, the distance here to the town center. He might take 2 more hits. Schwatang thinks he's going to die. No. I think he's okay for even 1 more hit. Beautiful pull on 2 of these boars right underneath the town center. Fantastic. Fantastic out of Zastosi. Oh, no. Okay, loom means you're going to be fine. Walk it off. And now it is Andy's turn. He's got to go around the lake, by the way. Let's see how well this works out for him. He definitely needs a scout here. You know what I should do? I should add some music for boar pulls. Maybe the Benny Hill theme song. Catherine, hello, hello. We're actually on game number 3 of 3. And I mean, I don't know how long it goes, but if it goes the average length of the last 2 games, probably will be over in half an hour, less than half an hour. Yeah, how are the exams? I was going to ask. And then I, of course, completely forgot because I got distracted by a Borpal. The Yakety Sax? Yeah. This is actually the Rage Force tournament. This is round 1 of the tournaments. The team captains are freaking Andy and Modri. And they have selected their teams, and now the teams are actually going to start fighting. I think it's a $10,000 prize pool. Lemmy, I've said this before, the longbow, everyone's first love. It's like your high school crush. You're never going to forget it. It's always your first love. Jaws theme for when a wolf is chasing. Okay. I wonder if there's any copyright issues for that kind of stuff, but I'm definitely going to start looking into adding some music. I'm going to up the production value of these live streams as I keep going. Believe me, it took 2 years just for me to insert the logo that you see on the bottom left of your screen. It took me 2 years to figure out how to use OBS for that. But then I realized, hey, dum-dum, you can just go onto YouTube and there's instruction videos about everything, so... The quick walls hitting too close to home. I can use AI to make my own music. Interesting. Hot, that's good to hear. Well, hopefully you can relax now. And if you're anything like me, after your exam is over, you just forget everything that you studied for that exam. Their Elos range. I mean, Modri and freaking Andy are probably in like the 2,500 Elo. And then the rest are anywhere from like 1,800 all the way up to 2,400. Ooh, here we go. Korean villagers, got to be careful. This Byzantine villager. If you change direction even once, she'll close on you. Stop changing directions. Actually, I just hit the follow command. Here you go. One more attack. One more attack. Stop changing directions. It's a clean sweep. Your mind within 2 hours. I know. That was always my favorite part of exams, is finishing them and then forgetting everything I studied so hard. Uh-oh. At the end of the day, the scout comes in and steals her kill. Our Briton, by the way, forget the longbow, tried to get a dock up. It did not go well for him, it looks like, as the galleys shoot away those villagers. So he brought a few men-at-arms, and now he's bringing a third villager. He's probably going to dock rush and right-click. Right-click, 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 right-click. You'll see those villagers twitching like they're on some kind of bath salts. Let's see it. Oh, no! He loses one. That's so sour. Oh, he didn't even make it to that dock. What the hell's attacking here? Oh, he loses another villager. Okay, more and more players are hitting Castle Age. This time Fire is not too far behind everybody. Well, Sean, that is very true. What's the Simpsons quote? If you don't try, you can't fail, or if you have no expectations, you're never disappointed. What's that Homer Simpson depressing quote of his? Catherine, no, we haven't seen Doc around yet. And yeah, Red is definitely getting pushed into again. You think they were like, hey guys, let's just attack. It doesn't matter if he's in the pocket. Let's just attack Fire. Defensive tower will go down. We'll see if he pivots to the one to the left, which interestingly forms part of this wall off. Why is this tower not dying? Oh yeah, it's Byzantine towers. And so right now all of their structures come with 20% more HP. Let me put them side by side so you can see one has 850, one has 1020. And once Fire, if Fire is lucky enough to get to Castle Age, which with one food in the bank, I don't know if he will, those structures are going to be 30% tankier. Yeah, Martin, I know. I was actually telling my wife that a few weeks ago, that I can literally remember entire lines from sitcoms that I haven't seen in it. Like we'll randomly see, oh, it's like there's an episode of Frasier, there's an episode of Seinfeld on the TV. Let's just watch 5 minutes of it while we, you know, fall asleep. And I'll know all the lines from all the shows, and I'll be like, oh, this is the part where George goes to the bathroom and a fire goes off and he pushes all the old women and children out of the way and saves himself. And she's like, how the hell do you remember this stuff, but you don't remember what we were talking about 2 hours ago? Oh, Marco, I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Wonder if they're letting Andre just get his butt up to Castle Age. Although he doesn't really seem to be in a rush to get up to Castle Age. Actually, no, there are Korean towers here. Korean towers, and then and here we go, Aztec siege and monks. So I said Korean mangonels and Aztec monks. I was 50% right. This is a very dangerous army to attack into at this early stage of the game. But you know what can do it? A couple of light cavalry units from the Goths. Not exactly known for their strong cavalry units. 1, 2, 3 town centers for the Hun. Let's see how well they defend here. So it really does seem like Team Modri wants to take this game very quickly. Lemmy, you know that the clown in that episode was, what's his face, that famous actor who was in Swinger. Oh, what the hell's his name? He was in Swingers. He directed the Iron Man movies. Jon Favreau. He played the clown in that episode. How do you live with yourself? Oh yeah, Marco, that's right. We broke. I think we capped out at 125. Here we go. Here we go. The Goth. Is he gonna make a move? This is a lot of towers, even for these light cavalry. One of them is basically dead with 4 HP, no armor upgrades, but like a pack of orcas hunting a seal in the middle of the Arctic, they find an individual monk and an individual mangonel. Now there's a wall off. You best get the hell out of here. The wall. Hello. Yeah, Derek, that is very true. But for now, we're seeing a Portuguese castle to the south. We're seeing a Briton castle to the north. No action at all here, it looks like, despite our Britain's attempts to penetrate here with a dock. Now his house is getting cleaned up. Those men-at-arms, those villagers, all dead. So the only real action here to the south, where again the players are using towers as part of their wall off. Why would you do that? Wayne, hello. Is Mr. Yo playing Black Forest recently? Ooh, is he? I don't think he's a part of this tournament. I don't remember seeing his name. Yeah, poor Fire. At least he's heading up to Castle Age finally. He's got no army. The Goth and the Sicilian are here, and they brought a lot of light cav. So the light cav should be enough to scare away this monk army. Decent attack round. But now the monks are in jeopardy. What's the HP on the monk? 35. Okay. So 1 upgrade. Yeah, Marco, I'm really happy with a few days ago. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with any kind of viewership, honestly. I know that most of the Age of Empires stuff happens on Twitch and happens during the day, so any evening cast on YouTube, wrong time, wrong platform, is always good for me. No, Catherine, I never found out which one that was, but then somebody said it was a while ago, and then I kind of gave up looking. Gate and a tower all in one. I mean, this is a lot of infrastructure here. Remember, the Korean towers upgrade automatically, so So they've become guard towers already, but in 5 seconds, watch the HP jump on this watchtower from 1020 to 1326. Oh, the Byzantines. Shwetang, we don't know. But apparently it was something good, which I'm very happy to hear. Red is pinging over here. Why? He sees war wagons. Vinicius, we are the renegades. I like that. Yeah, other esports really, I wonder if it's just where people are located who watch Age of Empires compared to other esports. But if you were to go on Twitch right now, there's hundreds of thousands of people watching a lot of different esports. Yeah, Sean, it's the Twitch is a very resource intensive. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I missed the longboats getting absolutely destroyed here. Did he delete or did he destroy? No, he's deleting. Castle drop? Castle drop? Wall off? Castle drop. I don't really think you needed to delete the siege workshop if you're gonna build a castle here, but okay. To each their own. More longbows. Now Trebs are being trained. Do you have Warwolf? No, you do not. Modri, by the way, the first to Imperial is our Briton, and he is slowly taking down this Portuguese castle. These villagers to the left are not repairing. Thanks for joining, Catherine. Yeah, Marco, Twitch is like another world. I think I saw that there's a famous streamer on Twitch, Kai Sent, who had he had what's his face on his stream last night. Oh my god, Kevin Hart. He had Kevin Hart on his stream, and they were just watching video games, and they had 650,000 people watching. I like Jinxie. I just can't stand Jinxie for more than like 5 seconds because of all the yelling. That guy needs to drink a lot less energy drinks. A lot fewer energy drinks. Okay, so let's see what's going on around the map, because we're in the 30-minute mark where things start heating up in Imperial. Our Korean is retreating, and for the first time in 3 games, Fire is safe. And not only safe, remember, he's the Byzantine, so he pays 2/3 the cost of going to Imperial. He doesn't need 1,000 food, 800 wood, and he is heading up to, oh, wrong button. He is heading up to Imperial from the very safe rear location. They're also getting their trade going, but now, uh-oh. Our Hun, a minute 40 seconds away from Paladin. Sicilian, does he have Hauberk? +3, +4? I don't think so. Yeah, 650,000 people. Juandissimo, where is that quote from? But Jinxie has like his Twitch channel is just amazing. He averages anywhere from like 60 to 150,000 per fusion. How many barracks for the Goths? Oh, bye Korean in a second. You need to get the elite Huskarl, my man. 20 seconds away from Blast Furnace, but he needs elite. If you're not familiar with perfusion, makes your barracks work 3 times faster than normal. So 7 Gothic barracks with perfusion and their natural 20% quicker training time and conscription basically means that these 7 barracks are the same as 23 or 24 generic barracks, and our Hun has paladins. Oh, but they're being fired on by these gunpowder units. Oh, there's going to be a lot of HP lost on these units. Where are the longbows? Why are they not firing on the organ guns? Oh, what a bunch of shitty upgrades on these longbows. Doesn't look like Yeoman, doesn't look like Elite. Why are the players not getting the Elite versions of their units? Oh, it's from Jinxie? He is funny. He has a friend that he adds to his live stream sometime, and they're both so ridiculous. Do they have Werewolf? Let's see when he unpacks it. This is way too few longbows, though. The longbows are not a unit you can have 20 of. You need a lot more. Hauberk? Still no Hauberk. Uh-oh. Where's the freaking Hun going? Uh-oh. Where's the organ guns going? Into the castle fire. The longbows pop in to the castle. They pop out to the back. Fantastic. Jaguar warriors taking on Gothic infantry. What are their stats? Are they elite? No, so just a basic plus 10 attack against infantry. So we've got power versus quantity. It looks like, by the way, a few converted war wagons as well. They're going after the Treb. Oh no, and our Korean is getting demolished here infrastructure-wise. His towers are going down. His castle's going down. The Aztec doesn't have that big of an army, to be honest. Are you training at least any siege? Nobody's training any siege whatsoever. And what an absolute death nook here. Now the Huskarl attack bonus against buildings +6. Weebra, nice to see you. Yeah, let's take a look at the Jaguar warriors. You do rarely get to see them, and especially against infantry. And they are just going to absolutely swamp the Goth. I mean, numbers eventually will prevail, but you're going infantry against hand cannoneers, which come with a +10 attack bonus against infantry, and against Jaguar warriors that come with a +10 attack bonus against infantry. So our Byzantine needs to start adding a lot more hand cannoneers. How many archery ranges does he have? Only 4. Well, 3 operational, it looks like. Where are these 18 Jaguar warriors, by the way? Okay, so they're streaming in here. Aztec Castle in the forward position. It definitely does seem like Team Modri is picking up some good momentum. Oh, for the love of get Hauberk already. Am I missing something? He doesn't have Hauberk, right? +3/+4. Our Sicilian. Jaguars. One of the coolest. I mean, speaking of drift, one of the coolest looking units in the game. Oh, yeah. Halberdiers. Good luck with that. Maybe in a choke point. Maybe in a choke point. The Huskarls are literally melting. He deletes the barracks he wants to surround. You do not want to surround. Believe me, you do not want to take this fight. Although maybe the numbers are here for the Goth. Oh yeah, Derek, you're absolutely right. Where the hell are the cataphracts? Oh my goodness, the Goth numbers are actually... The Goth, okay, for a while he forgot to spam his infantry, but now he's back to spamming. And that's what happens when the Goth takes the foot off the gas pedal for even a second. You can't. You have to continually spam non-stop. Our Goth is not training any units. There is Hauberk. Finally, he realizes, hey, why are my Cavaliers dying so quickly? Let's take a look at the longbows. Still no yeomans. Well, there's yeoman. Not elite quite yet. Yepsiong for those Korean towers. But this is a lot of Portuguese pike. Let's see it. Hauberk is completed, which means they've got 8 pierce armor, which means longbows do jack diddly. I mean, at this point, green might want to just delete his walls, no? What an absolute rout. I mean, Fire has 3 villagers left. Oh my goodness, for the for the 3rd time in a row, Fire just absolutely gets demolished. I mean, I feel bad for him. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, Goths with Italian allies. The condottieri spam. Man. But poor fire. Where even are these last two remaining villagers? Why did it take me here? Okay, there's one here. Which means the other one must be somewhere here. 1 second. Where is there a red bar highlighted? Oh my goodness. Anyway, somewhere here is another red villager. Fire, unfortunately, does not survive. Oh, goodness gracious. And this side is collapsed as well. So yeah, Team Odri just really put on the gas. And that is basically all she wrote for this one. Huskarl's not surprising. Paladins for the Hun, not surprising as well. The two civilizations with text to roid up their barracks and their stables. Although the Huns, I think their stables just work faster automatically, right? Biggest donor is our Hun. Biggest recipient is our Briton, who does end the game with Yeoman. So congratulations on that. Most kills, 208 to our Korean. Surprising. It must have been the earlier push because I don't really see our Korean here. Oh, actually, never mind. The hand cannoneers are his. 76 kills. And the towers with the Upseong, 26 kills. Where's Waldo Villager Edition? No, for real. Where the hell is that villager? We saw the one up here. Does anyone see the red villager? I'm going to highlight it again so we can see. Now I don't see the villager. Somewhere here? Okay, somewhere here is the red villager. Does anyone see a red hell? Oh, there it is. There she is. Sneaky. Where's Waldo Villager? In any event, everyone, thank you for joining. These are the 3 games we have as part of round 1. Hopefully more on the way. And on your way out, please do hit that like button if you're new here. This is the first time, or maybe not the first time that you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet. Please do consider subscribing. The I Spy books. Dang. Oh, man. All right, everybody. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate you watching. Not the longest of games, to be fair, but it is what it is. And hopefully more fun Rage Forest. And if you're not familiar with the channel, every Friday, regardless of whether or not there's tournament games or not, every Friday we do live stream at this exact time and we watch high elo Rage Forest games. So if you can't join us any other time, remember to stop on by on Friday on your way to the pub, on your way to school, and say hello. And aside from that, everyone, have a fantastic morning, fantastic night. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks, everybody.